Well. Happy Wednesday to everyone that is tuning in. It's your boy, Pastor Mo, back with your daily devotional. Hey, my wife laid down the gauntlet or the challenge last time, and she was under 10 minutes. So you know what my goal is today? That's right, to make sure that I keep this under 10 minutes. So Sunday, we had a great time kicking off the new year. Great service. Sunday, we talked about money matters. So money matters, and then money matters. Some of y'all will get that. Some of y'all need to sleep on it, and you might get it later. But at any rate, I wanted to jump kind of back into that because there was a certain portion of the scripture we used on Sunday that I don't want to just skim past and not really dig into. Matthew 16, verse 22 and 23. Matthew 16, verse 22 to 23. I'm going to read it out the NIV. It says, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness?" Ooh-wee. So I want to talk for a moment because what we see matters. How we see what we see matters even more. The scripture is clear because previously in the 19th through the 21st verse, it talks about not storing up for yourselves treasures on earth. Because why? They spoil. They'll be stolen by thieves. They'll be destroyed by moths and vermins and different type of animals. But it says, store up for yourselves treasures in heaven where they cannot be destroyed and where thieves can't break in and steal. And the last part of that, it says, where your treasure is, your heart will be also. So the writer, Matthew, he transitions from talking about where we should store up treasures and how where we store our treasures, it indicates where our heart is or where it is that we truly desire to be. And he transitions from that and begins to talk about our eyes, what we use to see, the thing that we use in order to for sight, our eyes. It says eyes is the lamp of the body. What an interesting analogy here to use a lamp or a light or something that illuminates and to parallel that or make that equal to our eyes. In other words, our eyes illuminate that which it is we need to see or that we desire to see. And here's the next part. And I want you to really catch this because it says, if your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. Now, I need you to really catch this because that word healthy and unhealthy does not mean like we think it would mean when it comes to from a medical perspective. In the Greek, that word healthy literally means generous, and the word unhealthy means stingy. So let's read it again. If your eyes are generous, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are stingy, your whole body will be full of darkness. Here is where I want to hang my hat. And if you don't catch nothing else, I want you to catch this. Your willingness or unwillingness to give will determine how much light it comes out or emanates from your body, from your being, from your person, your character. Have you ever noticed that stingy people often are miserable? You know why? Because scripture is telling us that if what is illuminating is the thing that illuminates or the thing that gives you vision is stingy, then your whole body will be full of darkness. And then the scripture says, if the light within you is dark, how great is that darkness? Just imagine that. If the light that is in you is dark, how great is that considering that light illuminates every dark place? But it goes back to our willingness to give. It is very vital in today's society that we learn how to give because giving will drive. When you give, it will literally change your mood. I'll tell you this brief story. I got about 3 minutes. Tell you this brief story. I remember probably about 13 or 14 years ago, I went to my father, man. I was in a rut. I was just in just one of these places for several days, or just in a funk. And I was like, man, Pop, I'm in a funk and I really don't know how to get out of it. And I'm waiting on some deep revelation. I'm waiting on him to give me some solution to my problem. I'm waiting on him to as great dads do, to just give their son this just some deep wisdom that'll say, wow, man, I could use that again. But you know what he told me? He said, do something for somebody else. Now, wait. I was having a problem with that because I was waiting on him to tell me what I could do for me to help get me out of this rut or out of this funk. And what he did was he forced me, not forced me, but he suggested to me or advised me to stop looking at myself, because the more I focused on me and my problems, the larger the problem would become. Something that was probably minor, something that was probably minuscule, or it really wasn't that big of a deal on the larger scale of things. I had focused on it so much that it magnified it. But when I began to look through the lens of generosity, my problems, one, didn't seem to that big at all. But two, it got me out of the rut or the funk that I was in, and it allowed me to move forward. Why? Because I practiced generosity. So here is the question that we must ask ourselves. If you're in a funk, if you're in a rut, and I'm hoping that in the 5th day of the year, you aren't in a funk already, but I understand just because the calendar reset does not mean that your problems reset. Some problems can be fixed by simply doing something for somebody else and expecting nothing in return. Because look at our scripture. It says that if your eyes are generous, your whole body will be full of joy. If you're being, if who you are is generosity, if you breathe generosity, if it oozes from your pores generosity, then your whole body will be healthy. How much better would our community be if we were all generous? How much better would our families be if we were all generous? How much better would our workplaces be if we were generous? How much better would our churches be if we were generous? Yes, I know it's difficult. Many people don't want to talk about generosity as it pertains to the church. But one thing that I know is that every member that or non-member, whether it's a member or non-member, that have given to Union Community Church, it has expanded our reach and allowed us to sow into different areas or to give into different areas. We were able to bless some 16 families for Christmas. We were able to send all of our current college students a love gift. Why? Because of the generosity of people that said, I want to sow into the ministry. And when you sow into someone, or when you're generous in a specific area, God will always see to it that you get a return on your generosity. And the return will always be greater than the original seed sown. So I really want you to focus on what we've seen today, or on what the scripture that we looked at today. Your eye is the lamp of your body. It gives light to your body. But if your eye is generous, then your whole body will be healthy. But if your eye is stingy, your whole body will be full of darkness. So you really have to wrestle with that within yourself. You have to question yourself. Is my eye generous, or is my eye stingy? If it's generous, keep giving. I challenge you this year to find even more ways to give. And if your eye is stingy, my challenge to you this year is to push your way into the arena of generosity, and then watch how God blesses you. Because I guarantee you, as the old church used to say, you can't beat God's giving, no matter how hard you try. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm at 9 minutes and 30 seconds, so I've done it. I hope you enjoyed this quick word. I hope it's encouraged you. And I hope, most of all, that it challenges you to be even more generous this year than you were last year. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And in the words of Pastor Lex, deuces.